Hey guys, I'm Ranton with Glaucoma Hope. So today is February 8th, 2017, and video 77 of 100 videos in a row. So got some really exciting news today. We're going to first we're going to sort of check in with the eyes and just talk about how the day went. Because there's some really cool stuff, really fucked up stuff, and then really cool stuff that happened, okay? So, let's see. So I woke up and I was going to have one of my episodes, right? I felt like I was having a flare up, like or I was having a flare up. My trap over here was getting inflamed. I had some pain up in here, and I sort of was feeling touches of headache over here, and it just started coming on strong, like from the get go when I woke up, and I was like, holy shit, like that doesn't really usually happen like this, right? And I've like sort of fought off a couple of them over the past couple of weeks. So I'm like, man, is it just time for one to come out and just, I have to go through it and just go through the pain and all that kind of shit, right? So, so what I did was, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's not going to come on that strong because I'm doing my cannabis oils and stuff like that and whatever, right? So I decided, like, I'm going to go to work and go into Long Beach and go into my office over there. And on the way there, like my eyes started fucking like all the pressure in my head above my eye was like this was painful, and my stomach started getting upset. On the drive in, and I was like, man, is my vision okay? And so I covered my good eye, and I look out and I could see like really good. I was like, fuck, and I kept on doing it. Like, man, is it? And like not only was was it focused, but it was like bright and like expansive, and I was like, holy shit, what's going on? This is really cool, but I feel like fucking shit, So I went into the office, and as soon as I got there, I was like, man, I feel like horrible. I was so inflamed and in so much pain up through here, that I was like, man, I'm gonna have to just go home. And I would usually, like on my trap, I would usually put the TheraButter on. This is that new stuff we have, and on the muscle back up in here on my neck and stuff. And then I would put the Rolling Relief, which is the other flagship product we have, on my head, and that would be all good. But I didn't have the TheraButter with me, so I was like, fuck, And, you only take so many vape hits, whatever. I didn't have the CBD, THC 1-to-1 vape stuff either that I usually would take because I was away, because I was an idiot and I left the fucking house. So, what happened was I did have one of these there, and so I put it on my head, right? And I just put it like, not really firm, but just like a light pressure along and stuff, and put it pretty liberally. And I was like, usually I just put it here, and then I'll put the lotion or the TheraButter on my neck and traps. But I didn't have that, so I just was like, fuck it, I'll just put this stuff on my neck and my traps. So I just rolled it on there. I didn't even dig it in really hardcore, and then I drew it onto my traps, and I was like, I wonder if that's gonna work, and it really didn't, right? Usually it like works right away, like on the head, and I just had so much pain. There wasn't just one little area. It was just like all this whole side from my head down. I mean, it was like crazy, and I was like, fuck, there's too much pain. There's too much area for it to try to take it away. I'm just gonna have to ride it out. And it actually got worse. Within a couple minutes, I was like, ugh. And then, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go home. I get up, and as I get up to to grab my backpack, I feel a weight lifting off, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. So I sat down, and I checked my email, and all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. I was starting to feel good. I mean, I was like nauseous, right? And I was like, I'm starting to feel okay. And I was like, And so I just waited it out, and I was able to do some work, and I was like, okay, this is a good sign. I'm able to do a little work. So maybe I'll get a couple easy things done before I leave, right? And so I started doing a couple things, and all of a sudden, bam, it was gone. Like, all this happened within about 10 minutes, like, or so. But I was like, huh, that that is fucking badass. Like, I didn't have to endure for hours and hours and hours, and then finally whatever happened. Like, I applied that stuff, and in about 10, maybe 15 minutes, the shit was gone. It was fucking gone, man. And that is huge. This little fucking thing is like I mean, it's crazy. I mean, not that much comes out of this thing. This stuff is powerful. Man, that is so exciting. I'm keeping one of these motherfuckers everywhere. It's crazy. I love that stuff. I'm so happy that I found that these guys that could formulate this stuff for me. They have the most pristine extraction process I've ever seen, and they also have like this. He's like a hippie guy, but he's like a PhD, and he can actually formulate and do what all the things that I want done. It's fucking crazy. It's awesome. But yeah, this stuff, like, the proof is in what it does. The shit works for me. I'm in love with this stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's a big deal. Like, if you have migraines, or if you get the glaucoma headaches and or any kind of eye condition kind of headaches, or from anything, from neck pain. I mean, it's crazy how good you feel. It's crazy. Anyways, Elmer Renton with Glaucoma Hope. Thank you, and have a beautiful evening.